I just can't find that time turner anywhere. I guess I'm gonna have to skip June and go straight to July. What a month it's been. I feel as though June has flown past. It was a tornado of ups and downs for me, but now that the dust has finally settled, I have something I want to get off my chest. What was that I wanted to say? All right. Thank you. I can't tell you what it meant to me to see How to Ruin Your Reputation in 10 Days as the #1 Regency romance on Amazon mere days before the last book in the Ladies of Passion trilogy came out. Books have always been a comfort and a solace. In elementary school, when I was bullied, I would curl up under a tree at recess and go on literary adventures. Later in life, when dealing with an abusive marriage, romance books gave me courage, confidence, strength, and hope with every happy ever after. The Ladies of Passion trilogy, and How to Ruin Your Reputation in 10 Days in particular, have always been my happy books. Writing and reading them have given me the enthusiasm to carry on when the going gets tough. It isn't easy, but when life starts to get me down, for instance when I'm struggling with a 6-month-old injury in my wrists that prevents me from writing, one way or another I always find myself cheered up by you. I get a message telling me that you liked my book or look forward to the next one. I find a review left online that I definitely don't read, especially not for the new books that come out. Even something silent like buying my book or recommending it to your library means a lot to me. I'm a writer because it's in my blood, but I publish so that I can give readers what I have taken away from my favorite authors: hope, happiness, escape. So thank you. Thank you for reading my books. I hope they make you laugh and smile and delight you when you most need it. As if that wasn't exciting enough, let's take a look at some of the other new developments lately. How to Fall for the Wrong Man has been released into the world! Thank you to everyone who helped me make release week a success. As promised, I will be donating a portion of my royalties to the SPCA, but first I'm waiting to hear back from retailers to report on how many copies were sold in June. Hold tight! I can't tell you how excited I am to see Mary so well received. Reviews are saying, if you love non-conventional heroines, then this is a must-read novel. This is like no historical romance I have ever read. And it's sweet and hot, funny and touching, a highly enjoyable read. I couldn't have said it better myself. For those who missed it, here's a taste from one of my favorite scenes of the book. Here is an excerpt from How to Fall for the Wrong Man by Harmony Williams. I danced through the downpour, holding a shawl over my head to keep my intricate hairdo from wilting. The driver hurried to position the steps below the coach door. I accepted his help to mount the steps, thanking him as I paused in the threshold. The interior smelled of wet leather with a faint undertone of cedar. Edwin's hulking shadow, his hat on his lap due to the low ceiling, was squished to the side of the carriage, facing forward. I like to face forward. I waited, rain trickling down the back of my neck, but he didn't move. Inching forward, I lingered long enough for him to scoot to the side to make room for me to pass, then squeezed myself in next to him. We pressed together from thigh to shoulder. Well, my shoulder. I only reached midway up his arm. Shadows decorated the carriage, but I heard the scowl in his voice when he exclaimed, "Bloody hell, Mary, take the other seat." "No, I like to face forward." "Well, so do I." Our gazes met, sparking light in the darkness as the driver shut the door. The shutters were pulled tight over the window to keep out the rain. Droplets splattered the carriage. The air inside grew thick. Edwin sat so close to me his breath fanned my forehead. The carriage lurched into motion. "You won't back down from this, will you?" "Do I ever?" With a grumble emphasizing his reluctance, Edwin shifted in his spot. He used the motion of the conveyance to propel himself to the other side. Now only our knees brushed. Cooler air washed my right side, a bit of a disappointment, to be honest. He'd given up far too easily. With a sigh, I settled back into the scabs. "You look ridiculous," he said bluntly. My back stiffened. "How can you tell? It's black as night in here." "I saw you when you entered. You look a fright." I raised my hand to brush my cheek, then my hair. Had I erred? A fine thing for a man to say to his future wife. He groaned. "Don't remind me. We have an entire evening ahead." "Then you'd best make an effort to dote upon me, or else no one will believe we're to be married." Edwin chuckled. "I'm fairly certain if any man tried to dote on you, you'd punch him in the face." A smile teased the corners of my mouth, but I didn't let it out. "I promise not to do you physical harm tonight, though you might start off on a better foot by complimenting what I'm wearing." "How can I? You're smothered in ribbons." "I have one." Come to think of it, I shared his aversion. "And one in your hair, and who knows where else, probably on your stockings, too." I laughed. "Why would I put ribbons on my stockings? You aren't going to see them there." "Please tell me this isn't for my benefit." My smile slipped. "Certainly not. I wore the ribbons for me." "But you hate ribbons, and most other feminine frippery. Are you wearing rouge tonight?" My stomach flipped. He remembered? I used to rage about the dresses I had to wear as a child. I swallowed, trying to maintain a cool mien. "I am. I can look feminine too sometimes. It's not against the law." For a long moment, the silence stretched thin. What was he thinking? Perhaps he agreed with the gossips of the ton, who whispered that no man would ever find me attractive because I refused to act demure. I don't care either way. But my stomach swished with every jolt of the carriage, waiting for his answer. Finally, he said, "No, it's not, but I prefer you as you are, without artifice." How to Fall for the Wrong Man is the last planned book in the Ladies of Passion series, and I have to say I'm a little sad to say goodbye. But never fear, I'm already working on 2 other historical romances. Slowly. I am still injured, I'm afraid. For some cheerier news, Lady Catherine fans won't have to wait too much longer. Book 3 comes out next month, and I have a pretty cover to share. Feast your eyes on this. If you're in the middle of a heat wave and need cooling off, or just want to see what shenanigans Catherine and Emma get up to next, mark your calendars for August 2018. Since I've taken up enough of your time, let me leave you with a very special video gift. Here are a few bloopers from Edgar from a recent video. Enjoy, and have a safe and happy July. In vain I have struggled. Stop trying to eat me!